Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be continuing today's story is going to be called Family Reunion. This is based on Genesis chapter 45 through 47. If you remember, Joseph revealed himself to his brothers on who he is, because they just thought he was some other person, of course. But now he's revealed to him who truly was, because they sold him off many years before. We're starting on this page today. So Jacob's sons are shocked to realize that the governor of all of Egypt is actually their long-lost brother. Then they remember how they last treated him. Joseph, he must hate us. What will he do now? So now they're fearful, because they think what will he do to us now? He has great power. He can throw us in prison. He can have us executed. Any of that stuff. But Joseph says, I believe it was God's will for me to come to Egypt so I could save your lives and the lives of everyone suffering from the famine. We don't deserve God's mercy, Joseph. Can you forgive us? I forgave you all those years ago, but I had to be sure you had changed. When you showed your loyalty and love for Benjamin, I knew you had. So, here they think, that he's going to do something real bad to him because of what they had done to him. They sold him, as a slave, as just a boy. He missed many years, with his family. But Joseph forgave them immediately, which is something God teaches us to do, just as Jesus done on the cross, as the men, tortured him, as they spit on him, as they mocked him. He forgave him, and even forgave the thief that was on the cross next to him, and, took him to paradise along with him, as he forgives people every day, for all the trespasses that we've done and all the things we've done against him, which is how we get into heaven. And, and just as God had done back then, and he had Joseph as a good, representation on, forgiveness. All this horrible stuff that has happened to him. All the things they could have done. He could have despised him. He had power. Like, he could have done anything. He was the governor. But instead he forgave them and, wanted to help them. So, that's something to take on with you, from Joseph is, no matter how, no matter what somebody does to you or against you or whatever, you, as God has said many times in the Bible, forgive others, just as I have forgiven you, because, he forgave us for all we've done, so we can go into heaven. We should react the same way as forgiving others as well. Look at this famine will last 5 more years. Go home and bring our father to be near me. I will provide for you all. Thank God for a brother like you. As quickly as they can, Joseph's brothers travel to bring their father the good news. Joseph waits impatiently until one day, Excellency, your father and brothers are camped in Goshen. Joseph hurries to his chariot and races toward his father's camp. Father, father, my son, God has answered my prayers. Back in the city, Joseph proudly presents his father to Pharaoh, who gives Jacob the best pasture land in all of Egypt. May God bless you for your kindness to us all. So now he's given them, a great pasture and all that. So all, even from his father's point of view. So his father, had felt like, his son had died, to his knowledge. They were starving, they were losing things. He was possibly going to have to give up one of his sons to the governor. He didn't know. And it ended up turning to a blessing. He got his son back. He had all of his sons now. He got Joseph was going to take care of them all. They weren't ever going to have to worry about food or anything like that again, and they got great pastures. So that's also a lesson in patience and trusting in God. Never, no matter how things may seem, or because I've said this many times, you have to trust in God, and you have to keep your faith in Him. No matter what. you know, because he will get you through it, and the blessings on the other side are going to be, you know, incredible. So just keep the trust, keep the faith, and, you know, always have forgiveness in your heart, you know, because Jesus has taken the time to forgive us. You know, all you gotta think, I mean, God had created us to be good, and we, you know, humanity turned their back on God. And a lot of people, especially nowadays, are really against him and, you know, mock him and all of them things. So, you know, now's the time to stand up for him, and he will still forgive any of them people, no matter, you know. So, you know, again, just as he forgave all of the men that you know, tortured him and killed him that day. And so, you know, if he can go to that extent and forgive somebody, you know, I mean, these people are beating him, you know, they're killing him, and, you know, he forgave them, you know, and will take anybody into his kingdom. Then we can forgive somebody for scratching our car, or, you know, wrecking our, you know, bike or something, you know what I mean? Something as simple as that. There's no reason to hold hate or anger towards somebody. You know, forgive them and move on. You know, and you don't have to respect the person. You don't have to, you don't even be around the person, but you should, you know, you forgive them and just move on. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you learned something. I'll catch you guys next week. As always, take it easy.